What's crack-a-lackin', y'all? Hopefully y'all had a really good week. I actually did. Had to sit back on a couple of things early, a little bit in the later portions of the week, but that was fantastic. I'm just fixing one little detail here that I just caught, and then we'll get started here momentarily. But hey, how y'all guys doing? Y'all doing all right? Is life treating you at least well enough to where you can say you can't really complain? Sorry about that little frog in the throat there. You know, actually a few weeks ago, I was actually sick for the first time in, I would say, roughly 3 years. Now that was really something, and it snuck up on me for real. So that was very interesting in that scenario. Eve, welcome in. Also, thank you for the follow and subscription by Sandy Lightning, both on Twitch as well as on the YouTube side. Just getting one little thing fixed, and I think we've got it, so we're going to get started here. And as we always do when we do any kind of gaming, we're going to get you a recap of what happened last time. Maybe if you want to check out the VOD. As a matter of fact, I got it recently posted. So let's get you a little recap of what we did last time on Zenless Zone 0, shall we? So in the last bit of things, let me tell you, it was quite the interesting thing. As Bell and Wise were walking in a downtown area, there was a little bit of electrical disturbance, if you will, that led to some serious outcomes. And I would say this, folks, make sure that you're paying attention and looking both ways, even if you're on the sidewalk for obvious reasons. But Bell was rescued by Juyuan and Chingy, who are part of the new Eridu public security. And so then that saved us from one of our gaming folks from becoming completely deleted. And then we met Juyuan as well as Chingy again while they were in 6th Street area, and they were talking as handing out flyers for a seminar that they had coming up. However, the locals wasn't really feeling too much of the seminar, and they had somewhat of a good reason for it, although Bell and Wise tried to help out with that. But as it was shared, they got a little bit of a history with this guy who is known as Bringer, who is kind of one of the head guys of the new Eridu public security. And apparently he ain't like too much as he was before. So that's one of the reasons why they're not attending, since he's kind of the main focus of the seminar. But then it was reported that there was a crime nearby. And upon doing it, this guy on my right, as well as our bamboo here, was allegedly involved in the situation. But also there was another vehicular accident that happened throughout, and we actually had to fix one of the bamboos that apparently suffered some circuitry, I want to say discombobulation, if you will. Come to find out, it was actually caused more so by an EMP, which is an electromagnetic pulse, which can mess up your electronics or even completely fry them. So you really got to be careful with stuff like that. But in that, they managed to do some digging and track down this individual in this red cap, who actually was using an EMP emitter and trying to get away, throws a whole bunch of stuff, including a cat, at Juyuan and Qingyi, and he actually triggers an EMP again, which kind of discombobulates Qingyi a little bit because she's not necessarily human. She's a little bit of an android herself, but she has a little bit more of a immunity to the EMP, so she doesn't become completely redded out. But they ended up chasing this guy into a hollow, to which Bell and Wise will go ahead and go onto the HDD system as a means to help them. And now we also get a test run of battling with Qingyi and Juyuan, which come to find out Juyuan is an ether user. So I'd say, Nicole, you're probably going to have some competition in my roster because from what I'm seeing, Juyuan is actually a S rank when it comes to ether specialties. So, and also, as we know, Qingyi's showing that she also does electric and stunning. So I always love to have a good way of bringing a shocking revelation, if you will. So unfortunately, the bandit was triggering EMPs throughout the hollow and causing things to either go off or on, which one of those includes this somewhat of a laser fence. So we use our bamboo as a means to help to disable it. And Juyuan and Qingyi therefore pursues the bandit again and ultimately captures him after saving him from ethereals, if you will. And then over here at one of the new Eridu public security offices nearby, we get a glimpse of Juyuan and Qingyi actually discussing an evidence carrier that was actually working its way through the hollow, and they go after to check on its whereabouts and its status, to which of course we go through the HDD again. Now they find the evidence hauler, but it actually wasn't fully in the condition as it was expected. The evidence was actually missing. They ended up getting ambushed. And with that, it was one heck of an ambush. Now, Qingyi and Juyuan did the best that they could as a means to try to ward off all these folks, but there were just too many of them. So, Wise hacks into their intercoms and basically leads them through different fissures as a means to get them out of that ambush, leading to one being on top of a colossal crane and having to do a very special maneuver as a means to get to this one fissure to get away. I'll tell you, I'm not cut out for this type of work, okay? Not on that kind of danger. But they end up meeting almost somewhat of a face-to-face. They end up tracing back the movements of the bandits and figuring out just exactly where they were next to what looked like a roadblock, but it actually wasn't. You just break the boxes and you go right through. Then, of course, kicking all the butts of the bandits. Managed to get the evidence, and they will be on the way to hand so they can be further investigated, which was one of the reasons why Wise and Bell helped out Juyuan and the rest in that regard. Then we got this one right here. If you remember her, she was actually part of the original construction company that was supposed to reconstruct a certain portion of New Eridu, but she double-crossed the guy who was the owner of it. And let me tell you, whoever it is on the other side of that communication, I don't think that's very any good whatsoever. But now we're here, and originally it was saying to basically arrange our schedule, but now there is another particular, there's a particular task that we are to do right now, and that is related to going to the beach and have a chat with Lisa. I'm not sure who Lisa is. I guess we're going to find out. So we're going to bring everything up to cinema level, and then we will grab our trusty PlayStation controller, and we're going to figure out what's going on at the beach. Find out what's going on at the beach. But one other thing I need to do, because this is one little tip, one little tool that I use in my gaming and online, I have a replay recorder. Yeah, so if there's something I'm having trouble on a level or there's something I miss and I want to roll it back, we can do that in real time. Alrighty, here we go. And we have another one who just joined in from the Discord side, and that is Gian Mario, if I'm not mistaken. And that's on the Discord. So if you're in my Discord server, you can also watch the stream there too. So that's pretty cool. Just a little something to provide a little bit of extra convenience for you. All right, so we need to get ourselves to the beach. I love this track playing, by the way. The track's name is called Freedom. I love this track. Very chill. Pretty much all of the music within Zenless Zone Zero are actually quite big bangers, in my opinion. Like, I've not met one particular song that is not a banger out of this score. And we got quite a bit of Danny's here. And now we gotta, I'm sure we gotta open up the store again. But before, we're gonna select a promoter, which I'd say nothing more than the Bangbo 18, because who doesn't like a Bangbo, right? If Bangbo's actually existed, I probably want one too. All right, let's see if we can fulfill the target genres. And I don't think we have any retros in there. Nope. I stand corrected. I sit corrected. We do have that. So therefore, we fulfill the target genres And now we will open. Wata inata do you too, buddy. Wata inata do you too. I don't know what you're saying. I didn't even understand what Michael Jackson was saying on his song. Wanna be sorry, I'm saying I'm not too sad. I don't even know what that is either. I don't know what that is either. No idea. Anyways, heading over to the parking lot because we need to get to our van because I don't think we're gonna walk all the way over there. I don't think we're gonna do that. Don't think we're gonna do that. All right. Going into the van, and of course right there, let's see, Failloom Summer Puzzle. Lisa seems to be promoting her tour guide booklet on the beach, and she's even designed a special mini game challenge. Go check it out. Wait a minute, this is not gonna be one of those in chess games, is it? That drove me crazy a couple of streams ago. Hopefully that's not gonna be the same thing again, because that was kind of just yeah. Anyways, all right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, you are Lisa. Okay, you are Lisa. Okay, Lisa, what do you got going on here? Lisa says, what a beautiful summer, sunshine, beaches, and apparently we don't have any more vocal budget, so we're gonna have to read all this off. Anyways, I mean, honestly, Hoyoverse, if it really comes down to it, you gotta try reaching out on some of these voice actors on YouTube. You know, all the YouTube voice actors and what that stuff who do the, do the ASMR, VA, ASMR and all this stuff. They've got some real talent. So I think it would be great if you need some, if your voices, maybe just, kick them a little cash on the side and whatnot. I think that would really help out. I think that would help you, and I think that would help them. So why not consider that? You know what I'm saying? Like look, my buddy Eve in the chat over here. She does some ASMR, voiceover ASMR stuff too. So I think that would work out. I think some of these characters, like, look, Eve, I think you would be a great voice for Lisa. I don't know full of her personality and everything, but I think it'd be a great voice for her. So we can work something out. We can work something out with that. Anyways. I'm so tired all of a sudden. I just keep repeating these lines. Will anyone actually buy this? Well, you're gonna have to, unfortunately, Lisa, you're gonna have to really sell it. Okay, and of course you have to be somewhat energetic yourself. You have to get some type of punchlines that will get people's attention. That's just the work of the trade. Okay, that's just the work of the trade. But anyways, make sure you got water. Okay, you got to be hydrated. If you're on the beach, most likely the sun is reflecting all that stuff, so it's probably going to be hot. So you need to make sure that you stay hydrated. All right. Anyways, if we really want to attract more tourists to Fantasy Resort, we should just be straight about what makes this place worth visiting. That is true. You must be able to pitch something that will intrigue them to consider. That is absolutely correct. For example, drink special milkshakes and gaze at the sea under the sunlight, or stroll along the waves at the sunset, admiring the golden coastline under the setting sun. That's what everyone wants to experience. I don't know, some people just want to surf. Makes sense, you have me convinced. Okay, we'll go with the second one and say you have me convinced. But every time I excitedly finish telling these stories, most people just think I'm some shill sent by a travel agency, worried that I'm about to shove a special deals and recommendations flyer into their hands. I mean, there are some cases to where there's some timeshare offers and then you get locked into that stuff. I'm dealing with that with one of my family members right now. Only 3 people believe me. No, wait, 2 people and 1 bangoo. Hey, you even got a bangoo to believe you. Actually, that's a good start. And that little bangoo tilted his head and pretended to listen to me, but really just wanted to ask where the nearest charging station was. I mean, it can't listen to you if its battery runs out. So, cut it a little slack. The other 2 were pretty interested at first, but the moment they heard it was interactive, they started playing hot potato and bailed. I mean, unfortunately, there's some people these days that are just kind of lazy. Could it be that no one's interested in my carefully crafted photo restoration minigame? A photo restoration minigame. A photo restoration video game. I do enough of that already just with my video editing. To hype people up, I turned some photos I took during my trip to Fantasy Resort and the surrounding areas into a puzzle game. Complete all my themed puzzle sets and you'll get your hands on a one-of-a-kind guidebook that I wrote myself. Lisa, I hate to say this to you, but that prize does not really sound very intriguing. I mean, if you're dealing with folks who like collectibles and stuff like that, that might be, But from what you're talking about, that doesn't sound very appealing to most people. Now, if you had said that they would get something like free passes to like a cruise or something like that, you'll probably start speaking the language then. But if you're talking about just a guidebook, probably not the best on being able to sales pitch. I'm just saying. And here I thought the reward would be free access to attractions. And they probably did too, Lisa. They probably did too. Hey, don't underestimate this handbook. It's the crystallization of my blood, sweat, and tears from all these years at the resort. Okay, but that might be appealing to some historians, maybe, but probably not the general crowd of New Eridu. Now, if you had a W engine or something like that, maybe that might trail a few eyes, but yeah, that's probably not going to work. For example, do you know what flavor of Shark Cup milkshake tastes best with a sandwich? I don't think Ellen would be very intrigued. Do you know what is the right hour to go to the beach for the most beautiful sunset? I would probably think sometime after 6 p.m. You can find all the answers in my guidebook, and they would most likely find them too if they asked other tourists or they asked other locals. What do you say? Want to give it a shot? You might just be the first one to snag the guide. And the only reason I'm doing this is because it's saying that we need to in order probably to advance something. So, unfortunately, we're locked in. I don't know if we're friends yet, Lisa, but we're locked in for now. Anyways. Alright, what do we got going on? Exclusive rewards. Alright, so we got some polychromes, we got one particular videotape thing that I totally forgot, and we get a bunch of Denny's. Now they're speaking my language. Alright. Wait, is this kind of puzzle? I mean, this is probably something that keep the kids occupied, maybe. Alright, move all the puzzle pieces to the correct positions to complete the puzzle. Press the triangle button to view the complete puzzle. Press the triangle again to return to the puzzle screen. And of course they have Yuzuha and Alice. Alright, let's see how bad we can mess this up. Let's see how bad we can mess. So obviously that has to deal with there. And then I think over here we probably gotta swap this. Yay! It's probably gonna get more difficult. Complete each puzzle to get corresponding rewards. Press the R3 button to shuffle the current puzzle and try again. Are you kidding me? Are you sure you want to scramble your pieces? After scrambling, you can re-experience the puzzle. Exit to return the puzzle to the original form. Okay, now we go to the next one. Okay, we got another one here where we got Yuza, we've got Ellen. It looks like we may have some other people that, okay, let me put this together. All right. So I think, yep, that goes there. And this might go, okay, so that's, wait, what's going on? Oh, I guess that's not where that goes. Okay, no. Okay, this might, okay, that goes there. So then that would go there. And then maybe this goes here? Yeah, I think that, okay. I think I'm in the hang of this. Okay, so I think this goes either, yeah, that goes there. And then this most likely will go here so Ellen can actually have some feet and legs and all that. And then looks like, and then we can fix Ellen's broken arm as well as Yuzuha's broken arm. Hey, look, they're playing, I'm assuming some type of volleyball with probably a W engine volleyball. I don't know. All right, on to the next one. Yep, so now they're even among some smaller little pieces and stuff like that. Okay, looking like the robot right there, looks missing his body, so we'll probably hit that right there. And let's see what we got here. Probably see with the bang boo. I'm assuming that's EOS because that's what it looks like. So what's given it looks like it's having a smile on his face. I'm assuming it's trying to do the watermelon, but at the same time, doesn't look like it's really going to eat it. So it's going to hit that right there. And then we'll probably see we get the rest of EOS body, which looks like he's kind of getting buried in the sand. So that's unfortunate. Then we'll see what else we got here. Looks like a bang boo's on top of the little robot right there, and looks like he's on a mission to just go completely crazy. I don't know, maybe who knows. But then let's see, is it this right here? Is that right there? I'm not entirely sure, but maybe. Oh, look right there. Looks like that guy is sleeping and it's just about ready, but who knows? Now I guess this right here to fix the arm right there, and look at that. Okay, I don't think they meant to actually completely demolish the watermelon, okay? I don't think they were saying to completely demolish the watermelon. Good heavens, can't even enjoy. This is why we can't have nice things, because of this nonsense. This is why we can't have nice things. It's exactly why we can't have nice things. Anyways, all right. Check full image, select the return. I'm guessing that we, what do we do? What are we doing at this point? Okay, I guess that's how we claim it. All right, we claim that. All right, so we claim all that stuff. All right, I guess we're going to move on to the next one. How do we move on to the next one? I'm not entirely sure how we move on to the next one. Hey, how do we move on to the next one? I don't get it. How are we supposed to move on to the next one? What do we do? Oh, that's how. Okay, okay, we're good. All right, let's go. On to the next one. All right, make sure somebody has a head. And then make sure that you have twin tails, because you apparently like twin tails and whatnot. Make sure you have a leg there, and make sure you have some feet so you don't stumble over. Then I guess we gotta make sure something else. I'm not entirely sure what, but it looks like you're near a lighthouse and whatnot. Looks like it's something there that's right there. I'm not sure, but then we got it over here. Let's see. Maybe is that a tree over there? Yep, that doesn't anything there. Then we gotta make sure that this. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but no. One of the rocks right there. Okay, one of the rocks right there, and then maybe that right there, and then I have this up here, and then maybe let's see. Is that something? Is there something on the other side? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that. Walking on the beach side, and it looks like one of the bangboos. If I take her picture and all that stuff. Yep, there it is. I've heard some things about Alice too. I heard she's like really good with the. I heard that she's an S rank on the physical stuff, from the physical attributes of the specialties, and I heard she's really good at it. And apparently, she really is a junkie with symmetricality. So if something is not symmetrical, she goes absolutely nuts. But so far, from what I hear, she's a good character. I might not pull for her. I don't really care too much. You know, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, next one. More pieces. All right, let's see what we can do to arrange these guys. Or unless I'm just completely going to ruin this. We need something that looks like a really dark piece and whatnot. Because on this side, let's see, because I'm assuming that. Okay, we're starting to make stuff make a little bit of sense there. Because I'm assuming that, but it looks like it doesn't go there. So, with that then, does that mean that this goes maybe right here? Yes, it does. So that means we can put this piece here. We might be able to put this another piece. Okay, we need to make this make sense. We need to make this make sense. That's probably, maybe it's on the top here. That looks like it may be on the foot side. Okay, so we got that. And then it looks like this piece may go here, but it looks like this is missing another spot, but that doesn't look feasible. So, oh, no, this goes right here. Okay, now we're making some sense into this. Make it a little bit more sense, and then I think that makes sense there. Yep. And then we need to do this to make that go there, and then maybe right here. Yep, because it looks like the tail end. And maybe if we put this right here, now it's looking like it has more of a body, and then it look like it has more of a head. And the moonlights, probably not related to the starlight nights. This most likely goes right there, and then probably have to swap that. And there we are. There we are, everybody. All right, on to the next one. And it looks like we have the Sons of Kaladin. And I would say all of these need to go down here. But unfortunately, we can only do them one at a time. Unfortunately, we gotta do them one at a time. So there's that, because Piper, who is also in our roster. And there's that. So then it looks like this is related to Caesar. So we're gonna hit that right there and get that. And there's also Bernice. So now they're being put together. Then, of course, we got to make sure we have the fiery horns there, and also the cup of rum, I'm assuming that is. But then again, it could be something else. I'm not entirely sure. But now it looks like that these are not exactly together. Why? Because these folks don't have any daggum legs. So let's get them some legs there so it doesn't look so awkward, right? There's that, and then probably... Hey, get back down there! Okay, there we go. Oh, all right. And then, is this one we're doing? Yep, that's the only other two, because we got to make sure that in there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, on to the next. Oh, wait a minute. Can we claim our stuff? Yes, we can claim. We can claim it. All right, next. Let's see all this mess over here. Looks like Yuzuha's over there. Do we have another face for Yuzuha or anything like that? And if we don't, then what we can do is get all the other pieces to try to put all this together. Because I tell you right now, it looks like completely all messed up. Let's see. All right. Okay, so this is a fixed piece right there. So it looks like, let's see if we can find the rest of Wise's face. I'd say that's a good start to try to put all that together. Now we gotta find his torso. Where's your torso, man? Okay, there's his torso. That looks like that. No. So this, because that might make sense there. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure if Nicole is just tired or she just completely knocked out. But Anby is just like, yeah, whatever. Anby's literally just like, no, yeah, whatever. No problem. All right, so this looks like Fufu right here, Jufufu right here, or no, it's up, it's higher. Okay, so there's Jufufu right there, which I don't know. Okay, so that means that this needs to go right there, and I am not sure the word. I'm assuming since Yuzuha is over here that that's where that would go. Where's your ears? Okay, that's where that goes, and then this most likely would go here, and the Bangbu Eos would obviously be with Bell and Wise, and wait, nope, that's not it. Yishuan, where the heck do you go? Okay, I guess she goes right there. Okay, yep, that would make sense. They're part of the same group. There we go. All right. Oh, they're at a movie theater. That's what that is. Okay. I didn't know what that was at first. I didn't know what that was at first. All right. Now we got another one. And it's definitely more complicated. All right, so let me see. It's probably in the shark world and whatnot. Let's see if this makes any sense. Nope, it doesn't. Let's see. I would imagine that this is probably something maybe down here. Nope. Maybe nope, not there either. Okay. Is this a fix? Is that fixed? Yes, it is. So let's find Qingyi. Maybe a little bit higher than that. Yeah. Okay, so that's where Qingyi is, and most likely that's where. And this is Juyuan. And then, I don't know what it is. Maybe this will go here. Okay. And maybe this goes here. Okay, it does. Maybe that right there. Okay. I am guessing on this the whole time, folks. So don't expect me to have any sense of intelligence, because I ain't got no sense of intelligence at all. I ain't got jack. I ain't got nabbit. Okay. Let's see. Does this go right here? No, I don't know. Nope, none of that right there. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Okay, that, nope. Let's see if that goes right there. Okay, so we're making this we're starting to get a little bit more sense here. Let me see if that goes right there. Yep, oh, yep, okay. All right, and then maybe this one go right here. Yep, and then that means probably this person goes right here. Who's that character that they're rocking with? Not entirely sure. And now to figure out what the heck is going on up here. I'm assuming that this, because that looks like Yusuha's head, which it is. And then maybe this right here. Okay, that works. And then, is there anything down here? Yep. Or at least one up there. Okay, so I guess maybe these two switch. And look at that. And I'd say that looks like they are at the aquarium. Okay. Now, what to do with this one? Okay, it looks like there's something that kind of looks like a motor vehicle that's right there. So we'll probably see what it. And that looks like it has to do with the Vespa, which probably that. Okay, so there's another part of the Vespa. Let's see what the other part of the Vespa is. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the whole part of the Vespa is, but maybe that right there. Okay, so somebody's sitting on the Vespa. Somebody is sitting on the Vespa. I'm assuming that is probably Belle. That might be Belle. Yes, it is. That means probably either Wise, Billy, or wait, is that lighter? That might be lighter. Yes, it is lighter. Okay, that's lighter. All right, so let's see what else we got. This looks like the back piece right there. Hey, come back over here. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's see. So we got some folks over here. Looks like we need to get Sokaku right here, which means that means Tsukishiro might be close by. Yes, she is. I see her. All right, so that's where Tsukishiro is, and then the front wheel is probably somewhere right there, and the back portion of the front wheel is probably right there. And then Sokaku needs her horns, obviously, so that's there. And then I'm assuming that Eos is right there. And now we got the other folks, which is probably Miyabi and the rest of them. So let's see if that is right there. Nope. Nope, Yabi's over here. I see her. I see it. Now we need to get Asaba his torso so he can, and his legs so he can walk. And then just flop these two around. And look at that. I don't even know where they are. Looks like a tool shop or something. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But that one is that one. So now we're going to collect the other one, which is there. Urban Drifter. Hopefully they weren't drifting on that Vespa. That would be, I would imagine that would be kind of dangerous. But what do I know? Anyways. Now, going to this one. We have a mesmerization of all kinds of stuff. It looks like that's Anby, so let's work on that. Find some of the pieces for Anby, so there's that. And then there's another one on the other side there. And it looks like we've got... That looks like probably one of her shoulders right there, so that goes there. And this might be... Nope. No, maybe this is it over here. Yep, okay. And then maybe on the other side... Oh, wait, nope, that's an error. Okay, we're making things make a little bit more sense here. Probably get something a little more of the torso right here. Oh no, the selection, never mind. And look, to give the picture of her looking like... Wait! Yuzuha, it's just food, okay? Alright, calm down. It's just food, okay? It is just food. It's just food, okay? Let's not go completely insane, okay? It's just food. It's only food, okay? I mean, I do get a little bit of a joyful reaction when I see king crab legs, because those are amazing, especially with garlic butter. A garlic butter broth. But still, I maintain my composure. Anyways. All right, let's see what we got here. We need to get somebody a torso. Yes, there's a torso. And then, so this must be somebody. I forgot her name. Yeah, I forgot her name. But definitely got the other person, who is Evelyn. I would imagine this goes up here, because even though I can't read it, I know exactly what it is. So there's that. And where's your torso? Where is your torso? Where's your torso? Well, might as well fix your head first. But where's the torso? There's the torso. All right, so there's that, and okay, that's not where that goes. Okay, that's where that goes. Hey. Okay, so that's where that goes. Now I gotta figure out where you are at. Well, first of all, fix that. All right, and then we fix... that was a complete guess. That was... Okay, so that's the camera lens, so that goes there. And you need a body, so that goes there. And then this needs to go here. And that needs to go there. And look at that. Okay, on to the next. Well, this is interesting. I would say this probably goes there, and that probably goes there, and then this goes down here. And then this would probably just be bumped over a little bit, bumped down, and there's probably a plate around here somewhere, or a set of plates. Oh, never mind. It's this one. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. I think I found it. Yep, there it is. And now that is... So this is the cat that goes right there. The face probably goes right there. No, the face goes up here. The other foot goes right there. And then that probably goes there. And then does this go right here? Yes, it does. And then we gotta build the other plate assembly. We gotta build the other plates. Nope, that doesn't go right there, but that goes right there. And then does that go right there? Yep, that goes right there, and that goes right there. Then we gotta do the other plate assembly, and then this is the other platform of the plate assembly. And then this probably goes right here, and that goes right there. Did you lose your balance, dude? Because it seemed like you lost your balance. I mean, it looked like he lost his balance and lost the balance on the plate and everything else. That's concerning. I'm not sure I would market that photo. I am not sure I would market that photo. I'm just saying, I probably wouldn't market that photo. But we got goodies. You know, we got goodies, so. Now, apparently, this last one, my animal friends, unlocks in 13 hours. So pretty much by tomorrow, it unlocks. I'm not so sure if I'll cover it tomorrow, but whatever. Who says it's my off day tomorrow, so I might do it. But that's the rundown of it. All right, now what? And Lisa says, I'll think about the remaining puzzle themes after my shift. Come back and check again later. Why would you advertise me to something that is incomplete? I gotta wait 12 and a half hours. Doggone it. Why? Anyways. All right. We need to check our schedule. What's on the schedule? Event, Ghost Ship Adventure. Do I really want to try this? I'm not entirely sure. The Mystery of Arpeggio Fault Special Investigation. The Mystery of Arpeggio Fault Special Investigation. Arpeggio. Why does that sound like something Alice would do? Roland suggested I meet with the person in charge of the Arpeggio Fault monster investigation. Go talk to the director. Oh gosh. Be the investigation director. Okay, so this is over in the Scott Outpost. And we are working with Ray this time. What up, Ray? It's been a while. The Lost Void. Sneak attack strategy. I don't know what all this is. Do I look like I know what all this is? I don't know what none of this stuff is. And it doesn't look like I can do anything with it either. I don't know. I don't know what all this. I don't know what is all this? What is all this? What is all this? Obtain or something like that. I don't know what all this is. Okay, let me see. Hollow Bank. What is all this? I don't know. I don't know what all this is. All right, so the Lost Void we got here, and oh, I guess there's some stuff we can claim, but I don't know. I don't know what all this is. I don't know. I don't know what all this is. But we got some polychromes, which means we can exchange those polychromes for a certain amount if we have enough. If we have enough to get some encrypted master tapes. How you doing, Alice? So if we did the exchange for 160 polychromes each, we can get some encrypted master tapes, which right now we can only get 4 of those. So we have 16 total at this point, but we need to get, so we only have 16, so we need to get another roughly 56. That's 56, 62, 72, yeah. So we need to get another 56 if we want to try to pull to be able to maybe have a shot to get either, to maybe have a shot to get Tsukishiro or Alice. And there's 11 days left for this, and 11 days left for that. I did try to pull for Tsukishiro before, and I did drop some cash into it. I had some extra cash, but instead of Yanagi, I ended up getting one of the characters from Victoria Housekeeping, which is Alexandrina Sebastian. So I haven't beefed her up yet as a means to get her into the battle ring, but I'll eventually do that. But I'm gonna have to get some more. I gotta go to the HIA and get some more items for that as well. But I do want to get I already have Miyabi, excuse me. I do want to get Tsukishiro though, because I do like her techniques for when she swings her weapon around to be able to do what she needs to do. Meet the investigation director. Who's the investigation director? Is it? Wait, it's Soldier 11? That's the investigation director? Okay. And we got some bangboos that are excited, and they're saying, "Hello Zero, is like totally powerful? Can I become a totally awesome bangboo too?" I'm not so sure about that. Let's see. And then the master said she could become an independent investigator if I can just finish this mission. Good. It appears you all have ambitions of being promoted. But remember, from the moment you join the mission, you become a soldier. Merit is built up upon a foundation of obedience, so starting from now on, no more whispering is allowed. Everybody sign off from lowest to highest. Highest, based on your equipment number. Soldier 11, what are you doing here? And still no vocal budget just yet. Anyways, that's my line. Orchard Comet tail. What? Orchard Comet what? What? I don't get it. The super spicy curry at the Outpost cafeteria is really good. Did you come by just to get some? I don't do spices. I do not do spices. Sorry, buddy. I do not do spices. I don't do that. Actually, I'm an independent investigator. No, Roland tasked me with a special mission. Let's see. I'll do the top one. Actually, I'm an independent investigator. I see. So this is your real identity. I don't know exactly if that's my real identity, or maybe it's one of them. Alright, anyways, if you're cut out to work for this outpost, it's no wonder you can rival Faithin with your skills. Neither does she know that we actually are Faithin. Captain Roland said he'd find me someone skilled in exploring hollows to aid me in the mission. Would that be you? I don't know, is it? I think so. It's been a long time since I've seen you at work. I was actually worried about some amateurs getting pulled in on this mission, but it seems my worries were unfounded. Or are they? Some amateurs, huh? Are you talking about these bangboos? Oh, let's get a little snarky with it. Yeah. Has the captain filled you in about the Arpeggio Fault? I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. It's a very narrow terrain, and unknown monsters lurking there have attacked transport robots several times. The best choice in this situation is to create a small and stealthy squad, so bamboo would be perfect in terms of size and mobility. But this is urgent, and we can only prioritize bamboo across a few channels. Their awareness and understanding of what makes a soldier is not the best. But with you here, I hope you can set a good example for them. So we're training bamboo at this point? I'll do my best. Great. Looks like we can get started with the mission. Captain Roland hopes that we can head to the investigation station at the bottom of the fault surface first and provide urgently needed supplies to people stationed there. They'll have to retreat from the hollow if they don't get supplies, which would be a huge loss. Mind you, by the way, as I'm seeing right now, you see that cable that's on the floor there? You realize it's arcing, right? Somebody might want to get that checked. I'm just saying, somebody really might want to get that checked. Especially if a bamboo touches it. I don't know if, never mind. Anyways, don't worry, we can train these overactive rookies on the way over while we dig up clues about monsters. Well, that was, interesting. That was very interesting. Alright, time to go on to the next thing. Alright, I guess we gotta talk to, who are we supposed to talk to in here? Okay, now we gotta talk to this machine. Now we gotta talk to this machine. Depths in the investigation, Lost Void, is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're doing? No, not that one, not that one. Oh, I guess there's nothing there. As far as the story qualification statement, no, I don't even know. Where are we going? I don't even know what we're doing now. Area investigation. Of course, the Arpeggio. There we go. Fault surface. There we go. There are a total of 5 areas for the gameplay mode. Start exploring from the first area. Formation strategies will be unlocked as you progress your exploration. Oh, wait a minute. Don't tell me that we are going to be doing another case of these bamboo similar to Enoch's. Because if we're doing that, I'm going to be very disappointed and very, very irritated. But who cares? Anyways, each area has 5 stages. Enter the hollow whenever you're ready. Oh boy. place looks deserted. Well, I guess that's one way to do it. Exploration hint. The objective of this mission is to explore as far down the Arpeggio Fault as possible and reach the bottom. In this exploration, due to the exceptional supplies prepared, pressure and corruption will not affect our exploration. During the exploration, the squad will accumulate experience, steadily enhancing the abilities of our formation strategy. You can accumulate experience by defeating enemies. Upon reaching 100 experience, you will gain a sub-strategy. The type of sub-strategy gained will depend on your chosen formation strategy prior to starting the exploration. Don't understand any of that. Welcome to the Fault. As you can see, this place is incredibly deep. Our goal is to get to the very bottom. Unlike other places, the combat here is done directly on the monitor array. Colliding with an enemy will deal damage equal to your attack. Your attack is shown in the top right corner of the bamboo. If an enemy is not defeated after colliding with it, you will also take damage equal to the enemy's attack. Master, try ramming the opponent to death. Okay. You got busted! Okay. Whacked. Defeat enemies to obtain experience. Current experience obtained is displayed here. Oh, I guess it's that little spot down there. Level up when experience reaches 100. Press L1 to check the sub-strategy obtained after leveling up. Protagonist HP plus 20, attack plus 2. Health recovery tiles allow the protagonist to recover a certain amount of HP. HP is displayed in the upper right-hand corner of the bamboo. When HP falls to 0, the game is over, so please be sure to pay attention to your HP. What is that? The purple object you just encountered is Crimson Silk. Crimson Silk can only be obtained in the Vault. It is used to upgrade the tech tree outside of the game, providing permanent buffs upon leveling up. Of course, you can only level up after the exploration ends. Next floor. You can enter the next floor from here. There will be places like this on every floor. The guidance ends here. And here we are. Not sure what that is, but do I really want to think about it just now? No. What do we got? Key has been used. And we'll talk. Spend 300 coins, all squad members, plus 10 HP. Let's see, what do we got here? Weapon modification and upgrade. Chance of success is 50%. Spend 350 coins. All squad members, plus 1 attack. But some materials fell out. It's Crim Silk. Well, sheesh. That sucks. What the heck is this? We got a key. That looks like a munition. I probably don't want to mess with that. That looks like... I'm not sure what that is, but that looks like ether. Oh, that looks like it may be useful. All right. Hollow glass marbles. When the protagonist attacks, there's a 10% chance to trigger a critical hit, dealing double damage. Meanwhile, restocking the shop becomes free. Upon depleting HP, 50% chance to revive. Restocking the shop becomes free. 10% chance. I want something that's a little more guaranteed. Alright, so you're 41, so we need to take you down first. We don't have enough to mess with that cat. We don't have enough to mess with that bad boy, so we're gonna let him stay. Alright, let's see how bad I screwed this up. Total time, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Alright, we got some polychromes, we got some other stuff too. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Tech tree says... Let's see... And we get an introduction to the tech tree. Here you can view information about all skills. Let's try activating a skill. Medical facility. When taking damage, 5% chance to regenerate health recovery tile. Upon picking up a key, 5% chance of generating one chest. Medical facility number level 3. When taking damage, 50% chance to generate a health recovery tile. Now select the skill that you like. I'd like this one. It's a higher chance. And to activate random reroll. Activate. And that is, let's see, body empowerment upon entering the next floor, protagonist HP plus 5. Experience absorption is plus 10%. Meanwhile, the Resonium collection level 1, upon defeating an enemy, 1% chance to generate a Resonium tile. So upon entering the next floor, protagonist HP plus 5 versus experience gain. I think I'm gonna go with the that one. Meanwhile, we have this one. And let's see what we can do to activate it. Wait. Oh, that's locked. Never mind. Let's see what we got here. Body empowerment level 2. Upon entering the next floor, protagonist HP plus 10. Meanwhile, when taking damage, 5% chance to generate one health tile, and then Resonium collection number 1. So we're gonna go with body empowerment number 2. And I'm assuming that it's locked. Okay. In the next level, it's Shallows. Well, deepest level reached is level 2. Receive combat-related sub-strategies when leveling up. That's the lowest one. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this one. Oh boy. Select the mode here for Crimson Silk can be obtained in challenging mode. Okay. No, we're not gonna do that. Normal mode is selected. Yeah, we're gonna do that for now. Is this something that we can use? I'm not sure. But it's a shop, apparently. And we got, I'm assuming, some agents to help us out here. What is this? You can spend contribution points to increase the number of agents that can be deployed at the same time, up to a maximum of 3. Current agent limit is 1, current contribution points 2. You can spend contribution points to increase the number of agents that can be, let's see, agent limit is 1. What are contribution points? Unlocking agents requires contribution points. Killing enemies in any stage of the mystery of Arpeggio Fault will earn you 1 contribution point. Well, this is gonna take a while. Contribution points can only be used to unlock agents. They will be retained across games. Yeah, we need 70 contribution points, and we only have 2. So, this is gonna be a while. This is gonna be a while before we can do this. That looks bad. Do I really want to try this? Ow. Yep. We had to sacrifice some stuff. Obtain bamboo plug-in. Demolition toolbox. Randomly generate 5 explosive devices with 7 tiles. Insufficient coins. Well, that sucks. Products are all displayed in front. Go ahead and just buy whatever you want. 6x 18% related to attack. Talk about recent discoveries. And like the sampling card, especially that red-faced guy, you should be careful around it. Alright, let's go. Oh great, now we're gonna lose that again. Well, that sucks. You can add another 1 agents to your squad. Are you sure you want to proceed? Continue recruiting agents. I don't have enough. I don't think I have enough to do any of that. Oh, they'll let you have Anby. Okay, I didn't see that before. I didn't see that before. Receive a support agent? Yep, sure. All right, we'll rock with that. Anby's cool though. Anby is cool. Alright, let's head through. What the heck was that? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Figure surrounding them might do some good. Puzzle looks always fun, huh? Is it difficult? I guess it's just a matter of I don't know if it's really difficult as of yet, but I think it's just a matter of just making sure that you kind of use a little bit of strategy. Since I have Anby helping me, I figure it may make sense to surround a bad guy with your partner and yourself, and that might do a double attack. I could be wrong on that though. Next chest will be better. Let's see. You see a worn out. You can only select one of the 2. I want a little more attack. I want a little more attack. Oh, looks like a vault. Key has been used. Oh, this is gonna suck. Well, if we go down the middle, how much are we gonna lose from that? Not gonna chance it. Unless Anby wants to take it. Nah. I got 49, she has 27. Alright. Bamboo plug-in, tactical knife. Alright. We still got another level to go to. I mean, we actually have a couple, so I'm not going to chance that. Because I'm not sure what we got here. I forgot those coins. But it is what it is. We're almost there, let's go. What happened? Captain, there's a hidden path here. Check it out. Let's see, password, first letter C. Password first letter C. I'm not sure about that. Nearby lies heaps of autonomous robots that once transported supplies in astonishing numbers. All these robots bear marks of attack and the ground is in disarray. Strangely, all of these robots' storage holds are empty. The items they carried have disappeared, except for one overturned in a puddle with a square package next to its open storage hold. Dampened ether explosives. Yeah, probably don't want to disturb that. Let's see what we got here. Soldier, answer me. How did you discover this place? I don't know. Sensed a strong electronic signal from a leftover components around here, so I couldn't resist coming over. Well, how about that? Pretty good graphics? I would say so. Although I will say, that what I did also is I added a little extra contrast on the screen and tweaked the brightness a little bit. So there's also that. You may return to your team, soldier. Alright, let's get out of here. Because if I remember correctly, those guys actually kind of move around. Alright, let's go. We'll end the exploration there. I wasn't sure if there was anything that was going to happen later, so I didn't want to take the chance, especially for my first time. So we spent 8 minutes in there, but we got some goodies. And there we are. Wait, what? Hang on a second. Why is that closed? Hang on a second, folks. No, that... Alright, 1 second. This is something that has to do with work. Alright, then I'll deal with that Monday. Okay. Alright, Soldier 11 says... I admit that we found an important clue with your help, but as a soldier, it is inadvisable to act without reporting to a superior, so let's not do that again. And the bangboos says, I see. Your name seems to be number 4412. Well then, number 4412, you can return to your team. And there goes that. Let's see, too much screen time, huh? The bamboo bounds off to join its other companions. Meanwhile, Soldier 11 says, oh, it's you. Yep, it's just me. Why didn't you call me by my code name? That feels weird. I wrote the second one. That feels weird. It takes a lot of energy trying to remember your name, but right now I'm busy with other tasks, and I don't have the energy for that. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Do you think it's wrong of me to criticize that clever bamboo instead of praising it? Let's see. No, you're on point. It's just new around here and needs encouragement. I'm pretty sure that Wise probably would say the second one. If it was any other situation, I'd give it encouragement, but we're performing an extremely dangerous investigation, and only soldiers in lockstep with command can carry out an effective campaign. She's got a point, Wise. It's a smart little guy with the potential to be good soldier. Alright, this is just a minor hiccup, like when we left the Hollow before. Let's go over all our discoveries with a fine-tooth comb. A group of transport robots have evidently been attacked in the same area, not in the same area, in the area where we found them, and they were completely annihilated. Soldier 11 is good people. Yes, she is. So that is another character I actually want to pull for. Soldier 11's great because he's an S-class for fire. So I would actually like to be able to pull for Soldier 11 at some point. Let's see. So Annihilated, surely you feel it too. There were some suspicious aspects too. Let me see. I wonder if I should go with the second one. Sure, there were some suspicious aspects too. I think you must be talking about the damp ether explosives. I just confirmed with the captain that the transport robots were the ones carrying those explosives, and they were trying to carve up a route deep down into the fault. There's nothing particularly unusual about explosives, but what's strange is that most of the ether explosives being transported by the robots seem to have gone missing. Ether explosives are highly combustible, I would imagine, just like petroleum natural gas deposits. If a standard ethereal attacks one of the robots, I don't think they'll be walking away in one piece. Probably not. Alright, let's see what we got here. Maybe the explosives were already gone before the attack. Maybe the attackers took off with the explosives. Probably the second one. We can't be sure yet. All we can do is keep looking for more clues inside of the fault. Get ready to go. We're still only halfway down the investigation station at the bottom. So we'd better speed things up. I should play this again? Only if you wanna. Only if you want, Incubus. But for me, this is probably the first gacha game that actually has me intrigued. And that's not an easy task. That is not an easy task. Even though my standards are very, very low. Very low. And who do we have over here? This is Yishuan. Hey, I've heard about this character. Oops. I talked to the telescope. Where's the telescope, everybody? Zoom into the hollow shield. Then we zoom back out. Hey, look, a helicopter. Alright, let's talk to Yishuan right quick. It is recommended to complete the main story, Season 2. Chapter 1, Disaster Begins in the Shadows, before taking on this commission for the best experience. Would you like to unlock the commission Phantom Path in advance? Nope. I'll try to go in chronological order, just to keep things in perspective. What's going on, Yishuan? Hope you're doing well. Alright, so our assignment is to continue investigating deeper into the fault. Let's just make sure nothing is ever our fault. Anyways. It was right there. It was right there. It was right there. Okay, anyways. You mean you have a particular taste? Do I? Because in these coming days, I don't know whether I do have taste or not. I have no idea. Okay, select the mode here for more Crimson Silk can be obtained by challenging mode. Well, we're not doing challenging mode because I'm just a simple normie. Okay, let's see what we got here. And we only have 8 points, so we got a ways to go with this. We have an absolute ways to go with this. Although we could get Nekomata for 10, but we don't have 10, we have 8. Go with that. It's gonna be a ways before we can get into any of that. But nevertheless, we will go to the next floor. We can add another 1 agent. Oh, hang on.
Ambi, reporting in.
I thought she was already with us, but alright, no problem. And we have Ambi, attack 8, HP 25. Here we go, Drownimo! Maybe I'll get you on more frame someday. You know what? If I'm able to pull some things off to where I can have an abundance of more time, I might consider it. Yay. Uh-oh. No! I want to go back up! Oh well, it is what it is. All right, let's see what we got here. Nothing even Tails. I heard Warframe. What's going on, Tails? What's going on, Tails? All right, let's see what we can do here. We only have 1 key. Are there any other vaults around here? Yep. Which one? We had. Oh my goodness! Come on. We got plenty of. That looks like something that might be dangerous. That looked like something that could probably hurt us. So I'm not gonna take that chance. We're gonna use a key. Obtain 20 experience, and we got another 20 experience. Yeah, we need to level ourselves up, so experience is good. Experience is good. Experience is good. Experience is good. Whoa, 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 whoa. What do we got? Experience full sub-strategy obtained. Power up. Protagonist plus 20 HP plus attack 2. Internal girly screams really for me. You are funny, Incubus. You are funny. Alright, what do we got? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Okay, what is this thing? Okay, we can talk to it. Requires munition. Gives other goodies. Success rate is 80%. Well, I ain't got one. Wait, could we have collected that thing? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, you found something. Okay. Yeah. Let me see something here. Okay, that's not it. Hey. Let me see something here. Obtain bamboo plugin. Cross blast. Places a time munition that explodes in a cross after 3 turns. Clearing away most event after. Wait, what? Let me see something here. Okay. Requires. It seems to want to exchange supplies. Okay, I guess we can't use that. Yeah, that's gonna cause me to lose some of my, and Anby doesn't have any left. That's gonna be a problem. Did we restore HP? Yes. Sub-strategy, obtain healing hands. HP plus 2 when the protagonist defeats an enemy with an attack. Alright. That will come in handy! Let's get some tokens. Or whatever that is. We'll get some tokens. And we get a key. Yes, we got a key. Okay. Alright, so you're good. My health is down quite a bit. And we still got a ways to go, so that might be a problem. Whoa, wait a minute. What is that? Autonomous robot remote. Summon an autonomous remote to a nearby empty tile. How do I do that? How exactly do I do that? I'm not entirely sure how I do that. I might figure it out at some point. Alright, so... we'll rock with that. Oof. All right. I think we're in good shape so far. I think we're okay. But we're not getting those coins. We're not strong enough. Or are we? Let's see. Autonomous robot remote. Oh, so that's how you do it. Okay. We got a key. We are not going around in that. That's just that's there. We got to deal with one of these guys to be able to get to the finish line. All right. Sub strategy, obtain power up to level 2. Protagonist HP plus 20, attack plus 2. So we now currently have an HP of 54 and a 13 attack. And we got more tokens, which I have no idea what to use them for at this point. Did we get HP? Did we get more HP? Yes, we did. And we busted through. Let's see what we can do with this. What do we got? Let's see. Immediately obtain 5 munitions. Protagonist gains 15 plus 15 attack, which is removed when taking damage, and resets every floor. Each time you collect coins, 10 times, gain +1 attack. Protagonist gains plus 15 attack, which is removed when taking damage, and resets every floor, which is removed when taking damage. Cross blast places a munition that detonates in a cross after 3 turns, clearing away most event tiles in the area. Oh, this is probably how we can get past some debris that we can't cross on our own. That's probably what that is. Let's see what we got here. All right, plus 10 AP modification upgrade, 50%. No, we're just gonna take a break. And we're gonna leave. Oh, we're out of keys. Get out of there, NB. 20 XP. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Yeah, forget those guys. I don't know what else is there just yet. So we're going down. Let's see. If the munition was picked up, maybe you could use that, like the robot, to place it on a tile. Apparently so. Because that can apparently get us past some of the rubble that we can't get away from usually. That we can't get through usually. Alright, so we need to collect... Oh my gosh, we had a jackpot of stuff right here. We got a jackpot! And there's the finish line. But we had got a jackpot of stuff. We got ourselves a jackpot. Password 6-letter B. Okay. I might need to write this down, because I'm probably going to forget this at some point, so I'm going to just open up a notepad right quick. As a matter of fact, let me do it on this computer. I'm going to open up a notepad right quick. Notepad. And then we'll just put it up top here. So the first password was first, so PW1 equals C. Number 6 equals B. I mean, I could replay it, obviously, because I have it in the archive, but if it comes across during this stream, then you might be able to just decipher it from there. So the first one was C, but this one, password 6-letter, is B. I'm not entirely sure what all that is about, but, well, I guess we'll see down the road. Alright, I would imagine these guys are friendlies. Hello, officer from the Defense Force. So you are here to look into the monster incident, right? This camp is safe for now, so don't worry. We'll stay vigilant and keep in mind the hard lesson from the failed Arpeggio Fault exploration 2 years ago about it. It seems you may not be fully informed about the situation back then, officer. 2 years ago, the Institute took the lead in organizing Fault Exploration Advance Team. Let's see, that investigation ended in a tragic failure. Although most investigators miraculously survived the Hollow, the special corruption severely affected their memories. As a result, we still don't know what happened inside the Hollow at that time. By the way, did you see that strange turbulent corridor area over there? The ground is much more fractured there than in other areas. That area doesn't look naturally formed. I wonder if it's related to the incident from 2 years ago. I'll give you this photo. Perhaps you'll also be investigating that later. What's the photo? That looks like a photo of a bridge that just completely collapsed. You don't want to be on the road when that happens. Anyways. Obtaining, investigators specifically noted that the ether concentration in the turbulent corridor area is abnormal, with an excessive number of fault fragments that are severely damaged, indicating that they are not naturally formed products of hollow changes. Interesting. There's a large amount of crimson silk in the hollow. Could it have something to do? Could it have something to do with the incident back then? Oh, those are folks just talking. All right, time to go to the finish line. All right, and our number is 05. Don't know what that means, but hey. All right, we are back out. Okay, that was interesting. Let's look at the tech tree, shall we? Let's look at the tech tree. And it looks like we've got quite a bit of stuff. But it looks like this is locked. Or is it? Or is it locked? Unlock this talent by progressing through the chapters. Oh, I guess we can't unlock it yet. Doggone it! Let's see what we can do here. Experience gain 10%. Meanwhile, body empowerment upon entering the next floor, protagonist HP plus 5. When taking damage, 50% chance that you generate 1 healthy upon entering the next floor, protagonist HP plus 5. Let's make sure we get more experience. Random. Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what it's saying. Upon entering the next floor, okay, so we already have that. Under next floor, so we already got 15. So we're pretty much going to get 15 plus on that. So that'll work. Well, now we're going to get more experience. All right, that'll work. That will work. That'll work. All right, did we talk to anybody else or do we just keep going? Do we need to talk to anybody else? Nope. So we're going to continue going on to the next bit of this. The mystery of the Arpeggio Fault. We're going to go to the next one, and that is under definitely 09F. Receive combat-related strategies when leveling up. Okay, and now here we go. Deepest level reached is 7. All right, here we go. Here we go! Dang, everything is all messed up over here. All messed up. And we're doing normal mode as usual, because I suck. Alright, we are gonna get... Let me see how many we have. We have 27, so technically we could get Nicole. Technically we could get Nicole. But you know what? Looking at some of more of the stronger folks here, I would say Tsukishiro was probably one of the strongest. As she's the most expensive, I should say. But I think at some point we're probably going to need a stronger individual also, or at least more. 50 contribution points. Well, right now we have 27. So we need 50 contribution points to be able to jump it up to 2. But we also only have 27. We'll stick with Ambi for now, but if we fail, then we'll jump it up.
Ambi, reporting in.
All right. What just happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, there's spikes somewhere. All right, Lucky Boo. Attack 3 HP, consumes gear coins, gaining +1 attack for every 3 coins consumed. Will attack the shopkeeper. Let's see. This one attack is always equal to 1/5 of its HP. Consumes gear coins, gaining +1 attack for every 3 coins. Let's see what that does. All right. I didn't see the hint, but whatever. Okay, so we got a little buddy backing us up as well. Kind of want to get another key, but I don't have any munitions right now. Don't have any munitions right now. Plus, we're going to lose a little bit of our health. Ah, shoot. That sucked. What is that? I don't like where this is going. Whew. Good thing I didn't stay close to that. Cross blast. What do we got over here? That's the finish line over there. Penguin Boo, check 5. Damage taken by the QE is transferred to the protagonist. Not really. Paper Boo gains +2 attack for each additional Bang Boo. One second. All right. All right, and let's see if there's anything hiding right there. Nope. Run, everybody! Should have used it to grab those, but whatever. But we got keys. Protagonist gains +1 attack, squad mate 2 attack, immediately obtain 888 coins. I'll go with this one. Yeah. Yep, take a break. All right, let's get out of here. We're getting a little low here. Oof. My level's busted. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. This is going to be a problem. There we go. Restocking shop. It becomes restocking the shop. All squad members attack. Let's get down to here. Sometimes you just gotta run. Attack is higher than enemies. Yep. Oof. Alright, so I'm 50. Immediate obtain those coins. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna need those. We got one more key. Dragon's HP has reached a critical level. Any more damage will take a result and lose the game. Ah, this is bad. We may have to restart. That was too close. That was way too close. Way too close. Phew! Because we got our butts kicked almost on that one. Oh boy. And I guess this is the final one, which is probably going to be a little difficult. It might. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Alright, so we're going to do the normal mode as usual. And we'll collect Anby. Let's see something right quick. She's got 20 by 10.
Anby, reporting in.
She's got 25 by 8. So you have 33 contribution points. Let's see if we can push it.
Anby, reporting in.
Let's see if we can push it. Are those fighting over there? Whatever. What's all this? One attack, one attack, one attack. One attack. So literally... Okay. Not sure what that was all about. Finally, there are some supplies. Oh. Due to the unknown creature, the construction of the investigation station has been significantly delayed. Next, we can finally continue the construction of the investigation station. Next, okay, so that's what they say there. And then... Interesting. That is interesting. You must be the Defense Forces investigation team for the attack on the autonomous robot, right? Super. Thank you for bringing us the essential supplies. They are crucial for our ability to continue. The supplies can be delivered now, and we're going to deliver the supplies, which we just did. Yeah, thank you very much. And now you can continue to build the investigation. Why don't you take a moment to rest here? I'll go get the remaining autonomous robots up and running. The bots are up and running. Okay. I think I heard something. Yeah, you probably did. Looks like a master robot that hopefully we don't have to fight. Or it just took out all our autonomous robots. Alright, ooh. You know, a hidden route. There's no time. Everyone follow it to safety. Okay. I guess we gotta rock this thing. Leave this mech to me. Soldier 11. Okay. Okay. If you claim that you got it, that you got it. Alright, well, since it's gone, gained 1 attack. I guess they're just gonna stay there. And we're gonna end the exploration after almost just busting everything. Alright, that's it. I guess we finished that one off. Looks like you returned safely to the outpost. Vermilion Sunset Afterglow. I can rest easy now. And let's see, are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you okay? As you can see, I'm fine, except my blade is a little blunt from battle. That is all. I completely dismantled the mech from before. Do not worry, I left its AI core behind, and Captain Roland is currently analyzing it. Talking about the model of the mech, let's see, it looks like something belonging to the rebels. You're right, now that the truth has been revealed, there's no need for me to hide it anymore. You asked Captain Roland before why the Defense Force took over this investigation. Actually, it was precisely because we suspected from the start that the ambush was carried out by armed mechs from the rebels. Consider this hypothesis confirmed. Judging from the state of corruption this mech is in, it must have been roaming around the hollow for quite some time. Therefore, we can surmise that the rebels have made no recent plans against us, and these mechs are leftovers from an old campaign. But then again, how did these mechs get inside the Arpeggio Fault? And why did they ambush a transport mech? These are all questions worth investigating further. I see. Or you have my complete and undivided support. We'll go with the second one. Like a robot. You're a reliable partner, just like my companions in the Defense Force. Now that we have sorted out all of that, there's only one thing left to resolve. Our empty tummies! No, I'm kidding. One thing left. Are you talking about number 4412? I'm pretty sure. Let's see if they're talking about 4412. Correct. It's been our savior, but how could it possibly know about secret equipment that the garrison troops hadn't even seen? As Ray is looking into its identity, let's go see how things are progressing. I guess that means we need to talk to Ray. Yes, we must talk to Ray. Ask Ray about the investigation process. Ray, how's it going with the investigation process? And unfortunately, we don't have any voiceover budget. Anyways, hello, Mr. Independent Investigator and Miss Special Dispatch Officer. You can just call me Soldier 11. No problem. I'm not a big fan of red tape anyway. You're here to inquire about the investigation into this bamboo, are you not? Well, I just so happen to have a few interesting results for you. I'm all ears, is what I would say. First off, regarding this bamboo's identity, it's called number 4412. The HIA recommended it. Okay. Over the past year, it's been doing hollow guidance work and rescues. It's extremely capable. However, I discovered that its serial number had been forged. Judging by the original serial number, it once belonged to White Star Institute, and logs indicate that it disappeared about 18 months ago on the eve of retirement. And the last case it worked on was the failed Arpeggio Fault exploration plan from a couple of years ago. Wait, what did you say? Or the other one? Then that means this bamboo. And we'll go with the second one. Exactly. It must have visited the investigation station at the bottom of the surface vault 2 years ago. It might just know more about the surroundings here than we do. In theory, once the investigation was shut down, it should have cleared all sensitive data before its retirement. However, it escaped and secretly retained copies in its memory banks. And 4412 says, please don't delete any of my memory. Please send me as a ROM BIOS. Send me as a ROM BIOS. Don't worry about that. Anyways. I didn't mean to run away. These memories are very important to me. I have things I have to do. What are you gonna do? Yeah, seriously. It seems like it's having a hard time. Let's ask it what it's gonna do. Come on, don't look at me like with those puppy dog eyes. I'm not some cold-blooded mad scientist. Yeah, she's not. But Grace might be. No, sorry, I'm kidding. Rules are rules, but this is an outpost, and taking care of Hollow Zero is our top priority. Everything else is negotiable. Soldier 11 says, well, if this kind of behavior were to occur within the ranks of the Defense Force, of course, it would be considered an unforgivable betrayal. But number 4412 is not a soldier, and while it might be my subordinate right now, I do not have the authority to punish it. Great. Looks like we've reached an understanding. So, number 4412, if you can confess, you won't be punished as harshly as you imagine. Incubus, Grace is a mad scientist in a good way. She just likes to see how stuff works, and she gets very intrigued and very excited to see how things work. Just gotta manage that excitement, I would say. She just has to manage that excitement. All right, number 4412 says, I understand. I'll tell you everything. Well, that was easy. My master at the Institute was a lone mystic. Okay. She was a researcher in that advanced team you mentioned. On my last day, my master was carrying out a mission and was supposed to take me out with her, but she did something really strange and left me outside in the hollow. I became lost in the hollow, waiting for someone to fight for me, whom I was lost in the hollow. Waiting for my chance to make it out. And then, just as she was going to leave, she told me, oh yeah, I've still got the voice recording of that time. Can you play it back? I'm sorry for giving you this name. From now on, please forget about me. That's a strange thing to say, I'll say. Feels like something's up. And then she never came back again. I asked around about her everywhere, but I'm just a bangoo. Nobody told me what happened. Everyone just said she was missing. Then later on, I learned they wanted to delete my memory and send me somewhere else to work, so I fled. My master, something must have happened to her. I have to know what happened to her. Why she said that to me. And so I can't lose my memory now. It must be preserved. Then later on, I landed the job with the HIA. Once I learned about the Arpeggio Fault being investigated here, I figured out a way to return. I don't mind if you delete my memory banks, so long as I've investigated what happened to my missing master. It really is impressive for a bamboo to have such determination and awareness. Fawned over a robot falling in love with a building. Yeah. Oh my gosh, makes me feel like Blade Runner may happen if she wanted to. Yeah, when you said that, Incubus, it just reminded me of the whole scenario of the boarding machine falling in love with a very broken building that was on the verge of collapse. But you gotta give Grace credit though. She really did help to get that machine to reconcile. Otherwise, it would have been all bad because those machines went on straight strike. Folks, I don't remember what VOD that was, but I encourage that you check that out because that stuff was cringier than me. So if you're looking for like super cringe, that was it. Even I don't go full cringe. That's the one thing. Never go full cringe. Oh boy. But number 4412. It's not because you're a bangboo that nobody told you the truth. It's because nobody actually knows what happened. I heard in an incident back then, the survivors lost their memories. I'll go with the first one. Correct. Very severe corruption, mainly impacting the brain. Due to vast data losses deep in the fault. Wait a minute. Corruption, mass memory losses. Wait a minute. Do the Ethereals know MIB? Have the Ethereals actually met and copied the technology of neuralization with MIB, the Men in Black? Where are the Men in Black in this universe anyway? Due to vast data losses deep in the fault, we can only speculate from their injuries that we encountered a dangerous Ethereals attack. It's a miracle that they even survived. Yes, Mr. White. Mr. White was the name of the building, even though it probably should have been named Mr. Concrete. But whatever. Maybe Concrete was his first name and just went by his last name. I don't know. Any investigation into the cause of their accident is beyond the scope of this mission. However, there are plenty of question marks around that incident back then. And if the cause is not identified, then the fault will always pose a safety hazard. Where's Will Smith? He's in the Wild Wild West. Miss Ray, seeing as it has experience exploring around here, it should be able to help us out. Can it stay with my squad? Yeah, of course it can. You guys take it and I'll report things to the Institute. I'll fight to get it dealt with in a favorable manner. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll do my best. Crimson Soul Hunter. Now that everything has been taken care of, we should get ready to head off. Next up, we have to go into the old observatory area. Our primary target is still the investigation of the rebels' mechs. But I trust that there are plenty of clues left behind there by the advanced team. Investigate the old observatory area. And there's our command center. I think Wise wanted to had second thoughts when he did that, when he turned around. I think he had second thoughts. Let's see what we got here. Hey, we got some stuff that we can claim. Let's claim all the goodies. 600 polychromes, 200 investigative whatever those are, 2 W-engine chip puzzle pieces, 80,000 Denny's, and 15 audio boosters. Can I use that in my mixing console? I'm just saying. Can I use that in my mixing console? Let's see what we got here. Nothing there, nothing there. Oh, it's in progress. 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 That sounds like a broken record. Let's see. So suppression, did we do all this? I think we did. We need a level 28 for that. But for this one, we need level 30. I think I got some people that are above level 30. I think they might be somewhere around the 40s. Because this one we needed level 28, and that one you needed level 25. So I technically could probably get an S rank on this again, but I'm not gonna push it. But this needs level 30, and the best one is Ether, and unfortunately they have a resistance to ice, so unfortunately, sorry Miyabi, but you might not be a top pick for this one. Sorry Miyabi. Let's see what we can do here. So you're level 40, you're level 30, and he's level 30. Let me look at some agents right quick.
This is the path I follow.
We appreciate you following that path. We just need to. Okay, so Nicole is level 40 and she's the ether user, so I'm gonna pick her. We'll definitely have Harimasa.
Need something? My services are expensive.
Yeah, well, Hoyoverse is covering it, so write them an invoice.
So 1, 2, yes, all accounted for.
Yeah, Settle Arena. Let's see.
Is it worth
A mission? Take me along.
One day, Seth, just probably not today.
Let's take a break.
Only if you break something, particularly ethereals.
Ready for combat. Eradicate all evil.
So I think what we'll do here is I'm gonna see if I can.
Let's start the experiment.
Yeah, okay. I think what I might end up doing is
This is standing by.
let me see if I can bump up her stats. Because Andy's cool. Insufficient items, unfortunately. So I can't bump up her stats. Insufficient items, so can't bump up her stats. Required Internet Reputation Elite Proxy, unfortunately. I mean, the resistance is ice, but she could probably still kick butt with the slashes of her sword. So tell you what,
Eradicate all evil.
I'm gonna try it, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then we'll reset and do what we gotta do. Oh, wait a minute. The old observatory, that's it. Prep area completed. Wait a minute. Okay, this is what we wanted. Yeah, because I think this is still the bamboo territory. But I think I was looking at something else and didn't realize it. I think I was looking at something else and didn't realize it. Because I'm not that smart, folks. I am not that smart. Stage mechanics. Enemy attack plus 50%. Generate a large number of munitions every floor. Select the mode here, and we're doing normal. Oh, I like this track. $34. May want to clear your notifications in the agent and mail at some point. Yep. I was supposed to have done that when I fired up the game earlier, but I forgot. I was working on some other stuff. HP 12. HP 35, attack 3. Don't really like that stat. What is now I think about it, what does Tsukishiro have? 22, attack 5. Yeah, we might have to consider lighter. I like how they high pass filter the music when you go to an agent. Oops, didn't mean to go there. 60, huh? Attack 30. Might have to consider Soldier 11. Yeah, we might consider either lighter. But I'd say probably Soldier 11 might be our ticket here. All right. For now, we'll make sure that we have Ambi.
Andy, reporting in.
And we will head out. I think we'll go this direction so we can get... You know what, now that I thought about it, since Ambi was already over there, we probably could have got both of them. I didn't even think about that. Alright, whatever. It's done. .22 experience. All right. Welcome. Products are on display. Just go ahead and buy whatever you want. Let's see. Put your hands up. Robbery 15%. Yeah, we're not taking that challenge. An investigator I know said she records everything she comes across. If you can't remember whether something is dangerous, you can check your records. All set. Later, homie. Oops. Didn't mean to trigger it again. Experience up, power up, protagonist plus that, and there we go. And then you need 1,000 tokens to get that, which we don't have. Climbing gear. You can pass through walls on this floor. Do I really want to collect that stuff down there and take a risk? So I'm gonna get hit twice with that. Dang it. Healing hands +2 when an enemy is defeated. Okay. Yeah, we got one extra attack. And we are bad on HP. That's a problem. Alright. If we have to start over, we have to start over. Chances are I'm gonna get hit if I go any further than that. That's working. Okay, that's getting a little bit of... Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna skip all of that. Copy gear coin, double the current number of gear coins. Yeah, we need it that bad. To go down, but we got some serious activity. Using those munitions is becoming a big advantage. So we'll want to get as many of those as we can. Probably not going to be able to finish this guy off. Generate 2 buttons. What does this do? Interesting. That comes in handy. All right. Hopefully I didn't waste everything on that. All right, so we gotta be wise on this one. First, we need to secure our exit. So our exit is secure. Now, Judging from the building materials and remnants here, it appears that this place was once used by researchers from the White Star Institute. There are no signs of an attack on the camp, but the items left behind are all over the place, as if people left in a hurry. A few papers are scattered in the corner. All right. A document bearing the emblem of the White Star Institute. The remaining text is roughly as follows. It has been confirmed the fourth laboratory is located within the fault. Therefore, it is unanimously agreed that dispatching an advance team to recover the special etheric matter is urgent. As the vault is a key location for the Institute, the key for entry must only be kept by the team leader and must not be lost. Well, there goes our investigationary measures. And we're going to end the exploration. This beat rocks, though. All right, that was just one area. Now for another area. Now for another. A total of 5 areas. Stage mechanics, enemy attack plus 50%, generate a large number of explosives every floor. Alright, so we need to get as much munitions as we can. Alright, who did I say? Soldier 11 would be our best option. And we're at 49. So we need 11 more contribution points.
Andy, reporting it.
We are getting blocked in. Or supposedly was. Where's our finish line? Right there. Great. That was about. Well, we got some more items, that's for sure. And somehow this guy really got busted. All squad members HP plus 10. Squad mate, +2 attack. Let's make sure these guys have a good set of HP. Open chest, use 1 key. Golden button. Yeah, experience. So we got more of that. I think that's all we're gonna get from there. Get away from that. All right. All right. I need to find what the name of this track is and add it to my playlist. Because this is a banger. 100 gear coins, other goodies, success rate 40%. Nope. Oh, you're in rough shape, Bambi. Ah, shoot. Ah, that sucked. HP. You see a worn out chest that has been here for years. You can only select one of the 2 treasures in the chest. I'll do HP. Back 5. Generate pile of good things. Healing hands. Yeah, we're not gonna waste time with these guys. Gotta get some HP for that. Yeah, whatever. Wasn't planning on getting that, but whatever. Oof. Oh, wait a minute. I thought that was an enemy. Oh, jackpot. And there's the finish line. Got some extra stuff there. Bleeding HP, all HP, 50% chance to revive. All squad members attack to 1. Look at all this. Another jackpot. Honor gear points critical, significant increase the chance during good items with smashing ether crystals. Crimson Silk sampling card of the new Area Defense Force. Crimson Silk can be used to upgrade the exploration tech tree. Interesting. Request for supplies, assist with sampling. Submit 1 munition. Receive 200 sets of Crimson Silk. Environment danger detected. Activate the entertainment module to ease the tension. Why does the computer always get sick? Because it has too many windows left open. There's a cap on Microsoft for you. Hope to bring you good mood of the day. Dumping card of the new idea. Let's see. Alright, I think that's gonna do it. Do one final scan here. And that's it for that. And there we go. That was a cool little run. All right. We'll go to the third one. Jeez. Talk about eerie music to reference an eerie spot. We have 64. Unlock this agent permanently.
Soldier 11, in position.
Yep, because you got good HP and attack. mean, the others are cool and all that. But you gotta remember, you know, she only has 22 HP and 5. You know, she is one of my favorite characters, but right now she's not the best pick for the circumstances. Microsoft was the boss back when. In a way, yeah. Then they kind of fell off as usual, especially what they did to Skype. Alright, let's scan the area. Great. Kicking all they butts. Made me moving worse than Sly Cooper. Oh boy. There we go. And there we are. Other goodies. Success rate 70%. Nope. Experience converter, turn all life recovery tiles on this floor into experience titles. Well, first of all, I'm gonna grab that. Let's go to the next floor. Yep, good thing I did keep the keys. Use one key for that, use one key for that. Oh boy. Yep, we're gonna have to skip those. Well, actually no. One key for that, one key for that, you get another key. If you get here, you can get another key also. But yeah, you're just gonna have to pick and choose your battles. We got a good set of munitions, but I would like one more set. Never mind. Got exactly what I wanted from up here. got that. Let's clear the floor, and if we have any leftovers, we could probably consider it, but we'll have to make a judgment call on that. Increase the chance to generate good items. Yeah, well, let's get one more attack. Update that. Kind of chest can only be opened with a munition. Let's see. I think we got 2 more levels to deal with. And there are 2 locked areas. Got a key for there. And a clear path at the bottom. I think we're good, but I want to get one more. All right, let's go. Depleting all HP, 50% chance. Protagonist gains 100 gear coins on critical. Protagonist gains 1 plus attack. Alright, let's go. What is that? I'll take it. In HP, it seems to be participating in the blood collection can earn gear coins. Health status, become participant. Yeah. Whoa, get out of there. And there's that. And we got some jackpotting. And got extra attack. And let's head down to the bottom floor. Yep, I figured some stuff was going to materialize. Which means there's probably a surprise down here. Don't know for sure, though. Let's get some experience. Let's see what's behind this curtain. Opening chest drops more items. Not sure how much that's going to work on this run. But let's see what we got here. Something seemed to glimmer from deep within the rubble. Moving the stones aside, you find a small tablet with its screen cracked from impact. You try using a portable power source to charge the tablet. Luckily, it powers on. As soon as the login screen pops up, Fairy has already cracked the password before you can react. Wasn't there a password? How to get past that? Don't worry about it. Forget it. Now it's not the time to get into that. Let's just check what's inside. Yeah, I would think so. A tablet terminal with a shattered screen. It is a standard smart device used by White Star Institute researchers and also has basic communication functions. Several messages can be found in the tablet's inbox. With the following content, Halloween. It's been half a month. Have you found the key to our storage room? If you can't find it yourself, ask your colleagues. Halloween. Please find the key to the storage room as soon as possible. Mom needs it urgently. Halloween, if you can't find the key, Dad has called a locksmith. Take leave and go home on that day. Mom misses you. Well, this is getting a little bit disturbing. This is definitely getting a little bit disturbing. All right, looks like we're gonna move on to the next one. 2 more to go. Well, it's cool that we have Soldier 11 because I think that makes things a bit easier. We'll go normal.
Soldier 11. In.
Yep. We're gonna have to build up to be able to get a second position. Get as many of these as I can. But let's do a little scan. That works. Oink, oink. I'm the piggy bank of Hollow Zero, created by the HOA. If you need to make a deposit, please insert coins. If you need to make a withdrawal, please use ammunition. Current savings is nothing. Savings are retained across games. No thanks. Anything we missed? Then no. I think I'm gonna get these things first because the last time sometimes you could end up with a whole plethora of nonsense. See if it's scattered anything else. And we got power up. And a jackpot of ambush. I hate when that happens. We'll be back for that. Nice. Do I dare waste one over here? Probably not. 25% experience gained from combat. Picking up coins, 25% chance to spawn a monster. Yeah, no thanks. Casualty remote. Summon a machine to a nearby empty tile. Interesting. Oh, inventory's full. Yeah, we'll dump that one. We'll dump that one too, because pretty much we're almost done here. On destroying an ether crystal, 50% chance to generate a button effect. Who knows what will happen? I'll use the chest, drop some more items. I'll receive 50% of spent coins back when purchasing items. Too bad that won't be included in the next run. Critical enhancement. When the protagonist attacks enemies, there's a 25% chance to trigger a critical hit, dealing double damage. So that tells me 1 in 4. And there's some experience. Immediately obtain 10 keys. Protagonist gains 3 attack, 1 explosive. I mean, that would be nice to have. I don't think that's going to carry over, though. And that'll be that. Well then. Moving on along. Yep, one more area to go. Where will it take us from here? Only one way to find out.
Soldier 11, in position.
Demolition toolbox. Randomly generate 5 explosives within 7 tiles. That might come in handy. Probably gonna forget about it. getting all kinds of tools. Jackpot. Something big must be about to happen. I got any more? Yeah, there's one. Got that cat right there. I think we're good with that. Whoa, nope. All right, let's roll. Adrenaline. Reveal all hidden tiles. And adrenaline. I might need to keep that, but I'm not entirely sure. Five of those, picking up coins, can generate. All right, we're gonna get that. HP, all squad members, 10 HP. Let's get that. Not sure what we're gonna be dealing with. It's a little bit tempting. But we're gonna head forward. One attack, let me up upon depleting all. Let's see. Normal button, generate 2 buttons. And level up. Every time we defeat an enemy, we get HP. More attack. We can always use a more attack. All right, let's go. Grab that in just a second. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. All right, let's see what we got right here. No, nothing on the investigation on the archive side. Okay, let's talk to these folks. Apologize for the trouble. I seem to have lost my communicator. The terrain here is so rough, it must have fallen during a bump. How could it go missing? This is real trouble now. Return the item. Communicator? Oh, we found it earlier. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. Here's the map I found just now. Hope it's helpful. A building blueprint found in the Arpeggio Fault. Although damaged, it shows the text 4th laboratory level B1. In the corner of the paper, there's a circled wall with hasty small writing nearby saying, due to key operation failure, change the demolition plan. That's where its 7th letter, I'm assuming that's a 0, but we'll note it as either O/0 to say O or 0. But I'm thinking it's probably an O because the others are all letters. Wow, 10 minutes flat. How about that? $10 flat. That doesn't happen very often. Canabar pigment jelly. Oh my gosh. Okay, Soldier 11. No, that's just not gonna work. Okay, that's just not gonna work. We found quite a few clues around the old observatory, and I thought you might be willing to tell me some of the hidden info they contain. That's exactly why I'm here. I'd like to get your take on things. You might be willing to tell her. Well, let's see. Very well, then let's get started. I'll also be needing you to come to your own conclusions here. About the White Star Institute documents, about the tablet we found, about the map of the research base. I'm wondering if it's the map. Miss Ray said this thing was suspicious because it's been enlarged and printed from stolen security imagery. Basement 2 is highlighted on the map, which is also the location of the vault. What's more concerning is that small print up the top, switching plan to demolition due to failed key operation. Has someone been trying to take over the research base? It seems so. And then about the White Star Institute documents. Ms. Reyes verified the veracity of this document. It's a paper dossier from 2 years back, which the advanced survey team took down into Zehalo. At the time, they were preparing a visit to the ruins of the White Star Institute's fourth laboratory deep down inside the vault to try to achieve special ethereal matter kept there. Security clearance for the underground vault down inside the lab is very high, but luckily it's a White Star asset, so anyone with the correct keycard should be able to get in. I discovered that the advanced team didn't take back any of the etheric matter stored in there. Judging by the progress of their exploration, I don't think they even made it to the area. And then about the tablet we found. Seeing as you helped me find out what was stored in there, I've decided not to ask for the time being how exactly you cracked it. What we know is it belonged to number 4412's master, Alwyn Mystic. And there's a series of messages on the tablet that probably came from her mother. Despite receiving a whole stack of messages, Alwyn never even replied once. Not on good terms with her mother, maybe? I suppose I don't have the right to talk about anything related to family matters. With these clues, we might be able to piece together the truth about what happened 2 years ago. At the time, the advanced team was heading to the ruins of the fourth laboratory, but they weren't the only explorers down there. Others were also lurking inside the vault. Failed key operation. Don't you get the feeling like we just heard the word key a lot? It's Alwyn's messages. Something's off about those messages. Agreed. It's Alwyn's messages. Why ask your workmates for the key to your own house? And besides, if you can't open up the storage room, just give it a stiff kick. Well, it depends if it was a steel security door. I don't think those are quite easy to kick in. Don't inject your own solution into the equation. Sorry. Anyway, this would all make sense if this was some kind of code. For example, Alwyn was carrying out a key operation to try and find the key to the research base's vault. But when she could not, she had to switch the mission to a demolition job. I think that's sometimes what often happens when locksmiths can't pick a lock, and that of course they are given the authority to, is if they can't do it, then usually what they'll do is they'll demolish the lock, not with demolition materials, but with the drill. Let's see. But you can't drill everything. When it comes to a safe, some of those safes, I hear that if you try to drill it and you mess something up, it could actually permanently lock the safe, to which at that point you probably might need demolition. But of course that has to be authorized. So you're saying Alwyn's a spy. Let's try the second one. I want to see what she says when she says Alwyn's a spy. Correct. Interesting. We're still lacking hard evidence, but the probability is exceedingly high. I have to chat with Captain Roland and his team about this discovery. As for number 4412, could I please task you with explaining everything to it? Right now, but for it, this news is going to be... Yep, we'll go with the second one. Are you worried it's going to feel hurt? It came back here to try and learn the truth. No matter what that might look like, it sought it out itself. If it really cannot accept a cruel twist of fate here, then it's better if it spins a fantasy of its own. Plus, we don't know what's coming up next in the Hollow, so I need my squad to be all mentally prepared. Okay, I agree with you. However, I hope you understand that I'm not just pushing this nasty job onto you. I believe things will sound best coming from you. And there we have it. And we're going to go to 4412 and share the disturbing news. Alright, little buddy. I'm about to lay it on you. Despite being a little fidgety, you fill in number 4412 with the details. So it's like that. I understand. Spy. It's a word I've only heard in movies before, but I think I get what it means. Even though my master was a researcher at the Institute, she could also work for others. I heard there was a serious accident down in the shadows. Not shadows, hollows, excuse me. I guess I do sometimes lurk in the shadows. All that terrible stuff. Did my master do all that? Yes, very disturbing, Incubus, very disturbing. It's not quite clear yet. It still needs investigating. I'll go with the second one. It still needs investigating. I know. Thank you for telling me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, you must be upset. I'm just a bangoo. It doesn't matter to a bangoo whether your master is good or bad. However, if humans frown or raise their voices at her, I can experience electrical fluctuations in my circuitry. Well, all of our body communications is electrochemical. Let's see. How do you see your master in your eyes? I'm just a bangoo. Could a bangoo's feelings be of any help in your search for the truth? Not really, as far as I can tell. I could be wrong. Of course, I hope you can tell me. I'm not here just to investigate. Let's see what that one is. Are you trying to make me feel better? Unbelievable. Even though I'm a bangoo, I can still feel the electricity in my circuit stabilize as I run through my memory banks. My master, I always heard people say she was an extremely unassuming person. Neither tall nor short as she was, people were always forgetting her name or her appearance. Her test scores were average, but she could always get the mission done. Kinda sounds like me. When the Institute assigned me as her bangoo, I felt as though she hated me. Oh dear. She seldom asked me for help and never really talked much with me. Whenever we went out, I would sometimes blue screen, then just wake up back at home. But she never reported any of my issues to the Institute, nor told me anything about what happened. This inconspicuous person who steadily plugs away safely at times, that sounds just right for someone who seems like a spy. That blue screen downtime was her handiwork to avoid anyone witnessing her secret mission or contact, right? Could very well be. Could very well be. It's okay, you go on. I think she's never been happy. She only revealed a hint of relief when she was elected to be in the advanced team. Later on during training, she seemed to get along better with others, and I can even remember the sound of her laugh. But every time she laughed, it would be followed by sighs when we got back home. Later on, we started doing missions. Human heartbeat elevates when entering a hollow, including my master's. Everyone else returned back to normal after a few days, but my master's heartbeat remained very high. I started to get worried. Then came the day she said that weird thing. Has she ever mentioned the origin of your name before? No, but my master picked out the name number 4412 for me. It's one of the few things she'd given me, and I like it. Back then, I really wanted to ask her, but her pulse and blood pressure were both soaring. I'd never seen her like that before, and I was really worried, so I didn't say anything. I'm starting to wonder if she got corrupted. Could be wrong, though. Hopefully I am. That's all I know. Please forgive me. As a bangoo, my understanding of such things is extremely limited. Those were all very useful clues. I hope you're feeling better now. I heard the next mission is about to get started. Please let the squad leader know that I'd like to join the operation and can help out. Even if my master is bad, I just want to learn everything I can about her. Number 4412 bounds off back to the other bangoo. Soldier 11 says, very good. Emissary of the Carmine Crescent. Emissary of the Carmine Crescent! Where did she come up with that? You have completed your mission perfectly. I mean, at least say something like emissary of the Gorgonites. At least that's something we can relate to. Sorry, I grew up on a movie called Small Soldiers, where these toys, and one of the guys named Archer, he's the emissary of the Gorgonites, which was a species in the movie. Yeah, good times back in the day. Let's see. How long have you been eavesdropping? Yeah. Let's go like he was startled. That wasn't eavesdropping. Oh, I guess it was eavesdropping. I just happened to see you on my way back. Captain Roland and Miss Ray understand the situation and will keep providing support for us. The mech's AI core from before has almost been completely analyzed. The next phase of this mission is about to begin. We're heading out soon to the Outpost Beacon, which will also be the site of our next long-term observation station. Rest up. We'll be hitting the road soon. Share the conclusion and now investigate the Outpost Beacon area. Now, what is the Outpost Beacon area? Well, it has something to do with this interface. Investigate the Arpeggio Fault, and now it is on to this area, which is Area 3, the Beacon. And we have 5 areas. Let's see what we can do. Here we are. We are not doing challenging mode. We'll stick with Soldier 11 for this one.
Soldier 11, in position.
I have to watch it then. It's a little fun one. It actually has Tommy Lee Jones in it, voicing one of the characters on there. I didn't mean to do that. But whatever. Don't know how many keys we're gonna need, but I'm gonna take that, and I'm also gonna get some extra health. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's do a little scan. Dang. That might be a bridge assembly over there. All right. Oh, look, another key. Figured we get some of those. No. Turning waste into treasure. Turns all walls on the floor into random other events. Nope, not talking to that pig. Protagonist gains 100 gear coins. Critical on critical. Doors now open with 1 coin. Doors now open with 1 coin and no longer consume keys. I think I'll give that a shot. Generate 1 munition every 5 moves and lose 3 HP. No. Immediately obtain 99 keys. When the protagonist, I just said that, the whole other thing is I don't see that. When the player takes damage, there's a 20% chance to generate 1 health recovery tile. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Protagonist takes damage, deal 1 damage to all enemies on this floor. Attack -5, it gains 1 attack for every 100 coins held. When picking up coins, there's 50% chance to generate experience tile. Well, I like this one. When the protagonist takes damage, deal 1 damage to all enemies on this floor. Climbing gear, you can pass through walls on the floor. I don't think there's any left on here after what ticket I've used. Alright, and we got healing hands. Alright, so there's that. Alright, moving on. Whoa, look at that down there. That's gonna be a doozy. Take a break. All kinds of goodies. Normal button. Well-preserved ruins of the building, although such places are common in Hollow Zero. This dilapidated structure seems to emit a strange call. Wait, there might be danger inside. Enter to investigate. Oh, that's fun. So that was a risk, but I think overall we managed to pull it through. Next floor. This is going to be hilarious. So we got to get on the inner portion, but how are we going to do that? Right here. Like the eye of a typhoon, the turbulence in the hollow has formed a calm, now ether concentration area. Oh, excuse me, low ether concentration area. Scattered around here are various objects, most likely blown in from other areas. After carefully investigating the scattered debris, you pick up a piece of strangely shaped metal. Interesting. A sizable piece of mechanical debris with a distinctive camouflage paint job, resembling components from a rebel armed mech. The debris shows signs of deformation from a strong impact. Password second letter H. Almost missed that. Okay, so CH. Yeah, I'm not sure what that spells, but so far we got one, the first letter is C, second letter H, sixth letter is B, seventh letter is O, but the third, fourth, and fifth are still missing. And I'm not sure what to make of that just yet. I used to kind of guess words back in this old game called The Great Word Adventure back in the day when I was just a little kid. And it was interesting because one of the games to play was called the Peanut Scale, and basically you would have so many tries to guess what the word actually is based on guessing which letters represents the word. And if you guess the word right within the amount of tries, there was this skunk that you would play Wash Stinky with. Basically, the skunk's name was Stinky. Kind of interesting, huh? And basically, every time you guess the word right up to 5 words correctly, it would basically you would feed peanuts to this starfish that's part of this mechanism that lowers the skunk closer to the water. Yeah, it was an interesting concept back at the time. I would imagine that there may have been a consideration of whether or not that would have constituted animal cruelty. But I don't think you can press charges in a video game. Alrighty, and the shallows, or as they say. Well, that was an interesting concept. But I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to call it here. There is one other episode that I have to do with Soldier 11 that is basically called Mole in the Hole. So what I might do is an off-season recording, or not off-season, an off-stream recording of it, and I might actually finish the rest of this in an off-stream as well, and then hopefully we can move on to the next bits of the adventure in the next stream next Saturday is the plan. Well, we're going to end it here, and we're going to wish you a happy adieu. guess I'll give you a little bit of the usual of the closing announcements here. One in particular, of course, is if you want to catch any other content, you're welcome to do so by going to my YouTube channel. Got VA roleplays on there, that's voice acting roleplays, as well as visual novel playthroughs, gaming playthrough archives. This one's going to be on there as soon as it's cropped up. And then also tech tutorials for Discord bots, as well as a couple of other tech videos that I'm able to come up with. And then the Life Lessons series that covers anime and movies, as that extracts the lessons that we can learn from the characters and the challenges that they face within that media material. I also encourage that you follow me on Twitter, as I do interactive posts on there. And if you want to get links to any of my outlets, that is available via the URL for Linktree. So thank you again for watching. Hope you have a pleasant weekend. And until next time, happy mixing, everyone.